Okay, so we have an article on the internet on the VN Express International here. Let's see. So, lack of waters, a devastating problem for Hanoians. So, Nguyễn Thị Phương drives 70 kilometers daily from Hanoi's Nam Từ Liêm district to her hometown in Phúc Thọ district and back, bring 100 liters of waters to her families. So the article is talking about the lack of waters in Phúc Thọ district. No, is from the Nam Từ Liêm district to Phúc Thọ district. So the problem remain in the Phúc Thọ district. Really? It seemed to be from the Nam Từ Liêm, so not sure. So at her house in the capitals, her family otherwise relies on 7 cubic meters water tank that drain 3 to 4 days before the water company refill it each week. Without her constant trip homes, the family would be entirely waterless for the better part of each month. So Phương has her husband bring 4 to 5 20 liters water jug to ask for clean water whenever he drive to Phúc Thọ district to buy sugar canes for their family business. Okay, and Nguyễn Thị Phương uses every container she has to store water she brings into her Hanoi house every day from her hometown, 35 kilometers away in Phúc Thọ district, October 24th. So every bucket and containers in the house is now used to store waters for cooking and cleaning. At the end of the day, her family of the three returned to Phương hometown to shower and wash their clothes. Nearly 150 families living in Phương Phùng Quang Street neighborhood LA 159 face the same problem. The water outages in Trung Văn wards began at the end of September. Hundreds of families living on Hương Mai Street in Thanh Xuân District and Hoàng Mai District and at the Thanh Hà Urban Complex in Thanh Ngoại District have also suffered from water outages since the beginning of October. So some area of Hoài Đức district have been enduring this problem since June, forcing residents to buy bottled water or face the risk of buying water from unregulated wells. Residents have recently drilled to cope with the shortages. The longer the lingering issues continue to fester, the less anyone affected believes it will be resolved anytime soon. A few hundred meters of Phương family, Trần Quân, 32, recently paid 9 million Vietnam dong, $365 to have his own well drilled and equipped with a high-capacity water pump to deal with the frustrating water shortages. When the problem first began, the 32-year-old dealt with it by enforcing a strict rule on his family of 4. Clean water must be reused 4 times. For instance, 1 bucket of water would be shared by all family members to battle. They would use it for their newborn son first, then their daughters, and then the parent before finally the water would be poured back into the bucket to clean the bathroom. As water only returned to the home infrequently and unpredictably, and sometime in the middle of the night, Quân assumed the task of staying up all night to watch the water meters and gauge whenever there was enough to pump in the home and store for later use. I haven't had a good night's sleep in a week because I check the water meter every hour. Whenever I see it move, I tell my wife to turn the pump on. I'm happy even if we get only a few liters, Quân said. On day when the family's supply ran out completely, they had to use water from unregulated local well, even if they were unsure on its safety. In LA 126 of Phùng Quang Street, Thanh Mai, 65, and her husband are stuck with their unfinished four-story home after renovations had to stop due to water shortages. According to her plan, the renovation was supposed to take 2 weeks to finish. Now, a month later, the house is still littered with construction materials. The wall had yet to be plastered. Okay, a family on Phùng Quang Street drilled this well to pump waters after continuous bout of water outages. October 24th, 2023. Not only does Thanh Mai not have a place to stay, but she also has to pay the workers 600,000 Việt Nam đồng a day per person. Nguyễn Ngọc Minh, the head of the 4th Civil Cluster in Trung Văn Ward, Nam Từ Liêm District, says that local citizens' water supply is supplied by the Thống Nhất Cooperative Society, which buys from the Vivaco company. A COOP representative said that Vivaco used to supply them 4,000 cubic meters of water every day, but the number is now half that. Vivaco, which sources from the river, has yet to make adjustment to the water shortage situation. We were told by Vivaco that there was not enough supply in the factories and they had to cut the water supply for the other areas. Ming said there isn't a solution yet. After over 70 years of living in the Hanoi University apartment complex in Thanh Xuân District, Ngọc Lan, 75, said that this is the first time she's ever been the elderly and children fighting each other over clean waters. After 4 days of no waters, the complex was notified that water supply would be available in homes every day at about 2 to 3 a.m. for 30 to 45 minutes, but that has not been nearly enough. Occasionally, I have to run over to Hanoi University to film my broadcast there. I was caught once by the school and they reported me over the school PA system loudspeaker. It was incredibly embarrassing, the 75-year-old woman said. With the water supply schedules moved to nighttime, Quỳnh Hoa, a first-year student at Hanoi University, was forced to change her schedules because the building she rented a room in did not have an underground water tank. She said that she studies or sleeps from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. and then waits until water flows in at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. to shower, do laundry, and cook. If this situation continues a few more weeks, I'm going to think about moving somewhere that has enough water and electricity, Hoa said. Lê Văn Dụ, the Deputy Chief of Infrastructure Management at the Hanoi Department of Construction, says that the residential areas suffering from water shortages are remaining supplied by the Da River Freshwater Company, which is having issues with the supplies. They are short by 10,000 to 20,000 cubic meters of water a day. Other reasons, Hanoi has been suffering widespread water shortages, including the fact that most new water supply projects are dramatically behind schedules, and the water industry is not attracting investors. While waiting for the situation to be fixed, Phương and her family are still persistently traveling 70 kilometers every day to bring back 100 liters of clean water. Meanwhile, Trần Quân is continuing to pump water from his new well to use. Everyone wants to use clean water, but we have no choice other than to use water from the well. I know it's dirty, but it's better than nothing, Quân said.